We all know that it's important to exercise our muscles so that they can remain strong and big. When we don't exercise, we can lose muscle mass and our muscles can get smaller and atrophy. The same is true for your brain. You need to exercise your brain in order to maintain neural connections and keep your brain big and strong. We do this easily when we're children. Everything that we learn when we're kids challenges our brain because we're constantly learning new things. We learn how to speak, we learn how to walk, we learn lots of things in school, and we learn how to relate to other people. But as we get older, we tend to get stuck in routines, and we stop learning and challenging ourselves to learn new things. We start to take the same route to the grocery store or to our friends' houses. We do the same thing day in and day out at work. We tend to eat our favorite foods every single day, and we stop learning and challenging our brain. When we stop learning and challenging our brain, we lose the neural connections that we don't use on a daily basis. So how do you maintain a strong, healthy brain, just like we know how to maintain strong, healthy muscles? You need to find a way to challenge your brain on a daily basis. Now, you might be dreading that I'm about to say you have to learn a new language or learn to play an instrument or become a chess master, and it doesn't have to be that complicated. You can challenge your brain in very simple ways every day. For example, think about if you're right-handed or left-handed. I happen to be right-handed, so I tend to do everything with my right hand. One way that I can challenge my brain is to use my non-dominant hand. Brush my hair with my left hand, my teeth, use my fork in my left hand, sign my name with my left hand. All of those things are things that are not routine for my hand or for my brain, and it challenges my brain to try and do something that's not easy. That's a simple thing you can integrate into your day. Think of all the things that you do with your dominant hand and try and switch to your non-dominant hand. I also like to challenge my brain by using chopsticks. I find that very difficult to do, especially if it's not a simple thing to pick up. Challenge yourself to eat your lunch or your dinner with your chopsticks. Once you master that in your dominant hand, switch to your non-dominant hand and start again challenging yourself with chopsticks. That's just one example of how you can easily retrain your brain to do something new. I also like to put my watch on my wrist upside down. In the middle of the day, I go to check what time it is, and it takes me a minute. I'm like, wait, what? And I have to really think about what time it is because my watch is upside down. You can hang a clock on your wall upside down. And then when you go to check the time, it's pretty challenging to try and figure it out. It's not easy like it is if it's upright. That's another simple thing you can do in your day. You can also balance on one foot when you're doing things that you typically do every day. Balance on one foot while you're washing dishes or while you're cooking dinner. That will challenge your brain to try and balance at the same time it's doing the task that you're used to. You can also do stuff with your eyes closed. If you're sitting and having a sandwich, try eating that sandwich with your eyes closed. It will challenge your brain to find your sandwich, find your mouth without dropping your food on your lap. That's another simple way you can challenge your brain. These days, we use GPS to get everywhere. We don't even have to think. When I was driving my kids to their sporting events, I had to pull out maps to find the venue where they were going to play sports. And it challenged my brain to figure out where I was going. And if I took a wrong turn, I had to recalculate in my brain and figure out where to go. So try not to rely so much on your GPS and go back to an older, more challenging way of using a map and figuring things out on your own. Everything that you do day by day can be challenged. So what thing do you do routinely that you can do differently today? Because if you don't use it, you'll lose it.